I went through so many different pressures. It was pulling me down. I was ultimately carrying too much weight. This is where pressure is going to be named. Welcome to Built Under Pressure. My name is Cameron and I am the host of this podcast. I've been waiting for a very long time to launch this podcast. This is my first episode. You know, if you're stuck, if you don't know where you are right now, or you don't know where you're going, if you're feeling lost, this is where pressure gets named. So many of us go through pressure or have pressure every single day knocking on the door, and we don't know what to do with it. There's no language for pressure, okay? I want people to come to a place where pressure gets named. I want people to understand there's different types of pressure categories. There's responsibility pressure, isolation pressure, identity pressure, social pressure, financial pressure. I mean, the list goes on. There's loads of different pressure categories, and then there's so many different subcategories to all of these pressures as well. So whether you're family man, family woman, whether you're a working class person, founder, operator, salesperson, whatever sector or industry, you're in, every single one of us deal with pressure. And I felt pressure my whole life. I didn't grow up talking about pressure, but I grew up living in it. And so many of you are living in pressure day to day. So I wanted to get a platform together and have real conversations with real people where we can discuss and talk about all of the pressures that they face on a day-to-day basis and how they overcome it, what challenges they went through, any systems, processes, frameworks, strategic measures that kind of help them, get to where they are today. Ultimately, we're all people that are striving for success, striving to be better. We all want more, but there's so many people that have actually walked our path. So there's real people with real stories, and I'm going to have some real conversations with these people. And all we're going to do is go through and highlight over time the pressures that they went through and how they overcome each one step by step. Most people think pressure reveals who they are. Okay, that's wrong. Pressure creates who you are. So it's about embracing these pressures, challenging these pressures, running towards the fire with these pressures is a saying that I have as well. Most people have never been under enough pressure, to know what the difference is with the different types of pressures. But when you're going through 2 or 3 pressures at a time, it can feel like a lot. It's kind of pulling you down. So this podcast is designed to help people kind of drop the bag or drop the weight that they've been carrying for a long time. I came close to feeling stuck and not being able to move from A to B. I had a goal, I had a vision, I had the tunnel vision. I've had the tunnel vision for decades, and I come to a time where I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And some days I probably needed the binoculars, and then other times I needed the telescope to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it was because of all of the pressures that I was going through living in America. When the family lived in the UK, I went through responsibility pressure, financial pressure, identity pressure, isolation pressure. The list goes on, and social pressure. I went through so many different pressures, and it was pulling me down. I was ultimately carrying too much weight. And again, this podcast is going to be for anyone that's carrying weight, anyone that's struggling, anyone that's not focused, whether you're a founder, sales operator, family person, single parent, anyone. This podcast is for anyone that's carrying weight, and to network and to use this as a platform where you can tap in and learn and see what different pressures that people went through and how they overcome each pressure. If there's lots of people going through different pressures, you're able to learn and adapt their mentality and their mindset. You're learning how they're thinking, how they're leading, how they're performing under that pressure. You're not the only one going through pressures. There's other people that have gone through these pressures, and all of these pressures we can all learn from. And the world ultimately can become a better place once we learn how to deal with all of these pressures. So look, this is new. This whole podcast is new. This whole platform is new. And I'm looking to kind of help people think, decide and perform better. We're leaving the industrial era and now stepping into the digital era. Everything's speeding up, and even with AI and everything that's happening, a lot of people that I'm speaking to on a daily basis, they don't feel like they're enough. And I predict, and I can see already, and you can see, as well, that a lot of people feeling lost. A lot of people are feeling and thinking they're not good enough. And ultimately they're being hit with pressure left, right and center. So I want to give people an opportunity to tap in to what we're doing on this platform, to be able to think inside the box, outside the box, all around the box, and give them a place where they can take lessons from others. I think for me, that's the most important thing. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm not here to give you all of the answers. I'm here to give clarity, give people an opportunity to see where pressure shows up in their life and how they can deal with it. Pressure didn't motivate me at all. It just rewired the way I think and the way I operate now on a day-to-day basis. And I want to give back to as many people as I can to give them that step or that footstool up where they can kind of shape, how they think, how they decide, and how they lead, and ultimately how they perform now. Pressure doesn't affect everyone in the same way. Some people get quieter, some people get sharper, and some people completely disappear. Ultimately pressure shapes every single person different. You're being shaped different. I'm being shaped different by whatever pressures are there. And again, this whole show, platform, whatever you want to look at it, a conversation, everything with real people, real lives, real stories is basically going to help you some way, shape or form, think, decide and perform better. My goal is to give people the language for what they're facing. A lot of us are not taught about pressure. We're not taught about what it is or how to kind of work around it, or when it faces, what do we do? How do we embrace these pressure challenges? And ultimately, I just know if we're aware and we use our EQ, we use our emotional intelligence, we use our emotional awareness of what pressures arise in, or what pressure is what, and how it operates and how it works, I just think the world will be a better place. So for me, I'm just excited to start these conversations. I'm learning on the go. This is all new to me, but pressure's not new. Pressure's not new, but coming on here in front of the camera, speaking to all of you, having the conversations with people, I think this whole setting is new to me, but I think it's needed. And even myself, I'm putting myself through pressure. I'm being built under pressure with this whole new experience. So again, some people get sharper, some people get quieter, some people disappear. I'm proving, and I'm trying to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be becoming sharper over time. So this is all about being built under pressure. I'm trying to be a leader. I'm trying to show, not tell. I'm even with this going first and speaking on camera. This is all new to me. I'm breaking comfort zones. But if I don't break comfort zones, I'm not going to grow. When everybody knows pressure makes diamonds. I love that saying, pressure makes diamonds. And that's what's given me the courage, the confidence, and the focus to get started with this. This is something I've been looking to do, as I mentioned in the beginning, for 12 months, over 12 months. I've wanted to do something like this, but I was nervous. I didn't want to always put myself out there, but now we're stepping into the digital world. I need to put myself out there. I need to connect with more people on a deeper level. And this is an opportunity for me to do that. If you're watching this struggling, you're struggling with identity pressure, you're struggling with responsibility pressure, you're struggling with isolation pressure. There's a whole bunch of more pressures that you're struggling with. So this is for you. The whole platform and conversations I'm going to be having is to help you, one, identify what pressures you're going through, and two, how to overcome and learn from some of the experiences of what people have gone through, and kind of to shape it into and help fit it into your day-to-day lifestyles to see how you can kind of benefit. My goal is to help you impact your day-to-day lifestyle. My goal is to help you benefit from all of these real conversations that I'm going to be having with people. And again, people don't know what they don't know. All right. And I was going through and carrying a lot of pressure, carrying a lot of weight, and I didn't know what it was. Okay. So over the course of the next 12 months is to kind of start naming the different pressures that are out there, and then different pressures that you're going through and for all of us to face these pressures head on. Pressures are good. Not all pressures are bad. Pressures just expose us. If we don't have the right personality, if we don't have the right traits, if we don't have the right character, ultimately, as well as personalities, we're not going to be able to overcome all of these pressures. We're not going to be able to overcome all of these challenges. So pressures are good. Lots of you have got good pressures in front of you. You've got some bad pressures in front of you. Ultimately, it's just being aware of these pressures and overcoming it. To wrap it up, it's 2026. Yeah, let's leave 2025 behind. Yeah, we've got to look forward. Yeah, we've got to focus on the present. It's not who you are right now is who you're going to become. It's not who you was yesterday, it's who you're going to become. And that's my mentality, and that's my mindset. And this podcast of Built Under Pressure is all about failing forward. It's all about movement. It's all about going places. It's all about overcoming any challenges, hurdles, obstacles. Built Under Pressure is for you. I said it earlier, if you're struggling, if you're lost, if you don't know what's happening or what's going on, or you're carrying too much weight, this platform is for you, okay, to discover and to uncover what pressures you're going through. And then all of the conversations that I've got lined up, all of the conversations throughout the next 12 months are going to be helpful. Yeah, they're going to be helpful, and it's going to help you move the needle, get from A to B. Okay, this is the shortcut. There's no other shortcut. The shortcut is learning and watching and tuning in and tapping in to all of the conversations that I've got ahead with real people, with real lives and real stories. Yeah, I'm super excited to break these comfort zones for myself and to put myself in an uncomfortable situation. Okay, but what I'm doing now is I'm getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And what you need to do, okay, is the same as me. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We can't grow. When you go to the gym, you have to go to the gym, you lift weights, you tear muscle, and your muscle grows back stronger. Okay, so you've got to go through that pain. So no pain, no gain. Okay, and I want to give people the confidence and give people the courage that if I can do this and if I'm breaking comfort zones, you can break comfort zones too. If we want to grow, let's grow together. Built Under Pressure is going to allow you to grow. It's going to help you unlock skills over time that you never even knew you had. Okay, so this is not just for you, it's for me, it's for your brothers, your sisters, founders, sales, operators, leaders, anyone. Every single person goes through some form of pressures, and this pressure, okay, is getting named on this podcast, on this platform. Okay, so look, Happy New Year, 2026. Yeah, it's not over until it's over. Let's keep going. Let's go after everything that we want, and let's keep it moving. Yeah, Built Under Pressure. Come on, Cam. Live life limitless. Let's go.